Praise the Lord and good morning to all of you. Today we are going to learn Unit 14, the key ingredients of a successful organization. In this we see the first important element, the manager's views about success of organization. Means different organization of the managers, they have testified if you want to success, and they gave this view about their success in the organization. Every management consultant and business administration professor has his own theory of what it takes to develop a successful organization. Most managers think they too have a pretty good handle on what their organization need to succeed. One top level manager in an international parachurch organization said, "We must recognize our operation if we expect to be successful as we continue to place the staff in more and more countries around the world." Another manager in the same organization told, "We should burden our ministry if we expect to be successful in the year ahead." Another person said, "Our church needs a new facility if we are to be successful in reaching more people in this country." A owner of a Christian bookstore said, "My business would be a lot better if my store were in a different location." The president of a Midwestern Christian college said, "We must expand our finance base if we expect to continue grow." These are the statement has been made by various managers of the institution. In this second point, we see the biblical principles of organization. It is mainly talking about the Bible basic principle that is needed for our organization. Each of the needs mentioned above, means first point, may be very important to the organization involved. However, none of them represent the key ingredients of a successful organization. The Bible identifies these ingredients in one of the most famous organization case studies ever written, containing only 195 words in the New International Version. This account offers invaluable data on the ingredients needed to develop and maintain a successful organization. Now, the whole world had one language and a common speech. As men moved eastward, they found a plain in Shinar and settled there. They said to each other, "Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They used bricks instead of stone and tar instead of mortar. Then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves and not be scattered over the face of the whole earth." But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower that the men were building. The Lord said, "If as one people is speaking the same language, they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse their language, so they will not understand each other." So the Lord scattered them from there over all the earth, and they stopped building the city. This is why it was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole world. From there the Lord scattered them over the face of the whole earth. That events we can see in Genesis chapter 11 verses 1 to 9. In third part of this unit and the last part, the key ingredients of a successful organization. The account of building the Tower of Babel yields 4 key ingredients needed to develop a successful organization. First, commitment to work on a goal, verses 3 to 4. Second, unity among the people, verse 6. Third, an effective communication system, verses 1 and 6. Fourth, doing the will of God, verses 7 to 9. But they were not doing the will of God. Our organization professing these 4 ingredients will be successful. Ultimate organizational power is generated when people have a commitment to work on a goal, or united behind that commitment and maintain effective communication. If as one people speaking the same language, they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Notice here, God says that when people are committed to work on a goal and have unity and a good communication system, nothing is impossible for them to achieve. Unless God stops them, they will accomplish whatever they set out to do. God knew the organization working on the Tower of Babel had the key ingredients for success, and if He didn't stop them, they would achieve their goals. Since they were not working on a goal that He approved, God stepped in and shut the project down. How did He shut the project down? Come, let us go down and confuse their language. He disrupted their communication system. Once their communication broke down, their commitment to the project and their group unity were destroyed, and the entire project failed. However, had they been working on a project God approved, they would surely have succeeded. Almost all organizational problems fall into 3 basic categories. Lack of commitment on the part of the people to work on a clearly defined goal. Lack of unity within and between departments or individuals, and poor communication. And the most of the case, poor communication causes the other problems. When God decided to accomplish His plan successfully, He knew people would need to organize in order to complete the task. Therefore, He made sure the Bible contained the management and organizational philosophies and principles needed to accomplish His work. These principles applied not only to Christian organization but to Christian leadership in any organization. So these are the 4 ingredients they were using, but we see they were not doing the will of God, and therefore God did not allow to complete their building of Babel Tower. First, the commitment to work on a goal. Second, their unity among the people. Third, they had an effective communication system with one language. But fourth, they were not in the will of God, and therefore they will not succeed. If we are in the will of God, these are the 4 ingredients will help us to success in our organization in management ministry. I hope this unit 14 is very clear before you, and it is very important for us to learn from it and apply all these principles in the mission of God. Thank you and God bless you.